Yeah, you tuned into the right place. Welcome to the rain. Golden Queuing. H 2.0. Yeah. You're looking for a diamond, found a treasure in the rough. Tired of all the noise, cause you finally had enough. I'm here to build a movement on a mission for the nation. Dropping gems of knowledge, killing all the hesitation. We fighting for the truth, yeah, we fighting for what's right. Building unity and shining up a brand new light. It's a variety channel, but the vision's crystal clear. Pushing us all forward, conquering the doubt and fear.
Welcome to the Queendom, H 2.0 on your screen, where the content's real and smart and funny in between. This is more than just a stream, it's a platform for the change. Time to elevate the game and rearrange. If you're ready for a vibe that you can feel and trust, joining in the movement is a definite must.
This ain't just another channel talking smack behind the screen. It's a spotlight for the creators, building up a better scene. Spreading radical love, that's the message in the code. Helping everybody carry up a heavy load. From social justice issues to the laughter that we need. Planting seeds of progress, watch them grow from just a seed. This is authentic, this is raw, this is everything you saw. Welcome to the battle that is truly being fought.
Ooh, so come with your respect and see the real effect. Cause I protect my own right here on the throne. Don't make me envy. Unleash the dragon.
Subscribe, ring that notification bell. Yeah, you don't wanna miss a thing. Welcome to the family. Yeah.
This a game? Nah, this ain't reality TV. This is real life, man. They all frauds. Look at them, peep the fraud.
Yo, they wasn't their friends. Peep the fraud, the whole crew's lame. Talking spicy on camera for views, trying to chase the clout and the fame. Bootleg reality show on YouTube. Y'all actors, that's the shame. Fake beef, fake tears, fake stories, get exposed. Call out the name. No bars, no talent, just drama and mess. Y'all belong in a frame. Hang y'all up, Exhibit A, certified frauds, playing a dangerous game.
Hang y'all up, Exhibit A, certified frauds, playing a dangerous game.
Listen, the beats too hard for the weak rhymes y'all spit. Your whole flow is shaky, your talent don't fit. Your career's an invention, a lie and a myth. Built on dirt and the drama you constantly tip. You call yourself rappers, you sound like a podcast. Or talking no action. Your legacy won't last, the real ones are working, putting their hunger in. Y'all chasing the gossip, obsessed with who's sinning. Dropping those videos, all caps in the title, tryna go viral for mess. Got the cameraman filming your breakdown, your life is an absolute stress. Fraudulent energy, you don't even believe the words that you say. Just need clicks on the screen, so the checks that you pay daily. The only bars you got are the ones you used to jail up your friends. Yo, they was no friends, beat the fraud, the whole crew's lame. Talking spicy on camera for views, tryna chase the clout and the fame. Bootleg reality show on YouTube, y'all actors, that's the shame. Fake beef, fake tears, fake stories, get exposed. Call out the name, no bars, no talent, just drama and mess, y'all belong in a frame. Hang y'all up, Exhibit A, certified frauds, playing a dangerous game. You shake their hand, certified frauds, playing a dangerous game. You shake hands with a smile, but you holding a dagger. Soon as the camera cuts, your loyalty stagger. Stab your own people just to get one more subscriber. That's not being a scriver, that's being a scriver. You claiming the streets, talking about moving that way, but your trap house is leased. Y'all acting on state, I see the receipts, I don't know the real date. You were scared to go outside, y'all stuck by the gate. Y'all a criminal, the way you deceive the whole internet's view. Selling a storyline that's manufactured and new. Missing the gossip, you're easy to agree. When the dudes dry up, where the hell will you be? No, we're done, finish out on the steam. Cause real talent will win, and y'all living a dream. Y'all playing that game too reckless. Watch how you move, you can't fake the dirt, can't fake the groove. The camera might catch the drama, but it won't protect you. Be the fraud, the streets already checked you. Y'all better listen up. Yo, maybe they was their friends. Be the fraud, the whole crew's lame. Talking spicy on camera for views, trying to chase the clout and the fame. Bootleg reality show on YouTube. You're actors, that's the shame. certified frauds, playing a dangerous game. You get to eat, cuts out abroad, playing a dangerous game.
This a game? Nah, this ain't reality TV. This is real life, man. They all fraud. Look at them, peep the fraud.
Yo, they wasn't their friends. Peep the fraud, the whole crew's lame. Talking spicy on camera for views, trying to chase the clout and the fame. Bootleg reality show on YouTube. Y'all actors, that's the shame. Fake beef, fake tears, fake stories, get exposed. Call out the name. No bars, no talent, just drama and mess. Y'all belong in a frame. Hang y'all up, Exhibit A, certified frauds, playing a dangerous game.
Hang y'all up, Exhibit A, certified frauds, playing a dangerous game.
Listen, the beats too hard for the weak rhymes y'all spit. Your whole flow is shaky, your talent don't fit. Your career's an invention, a lie and a myth. Built on dirt and the drama you constantly tip. You call yourself rappers, you sound like a podcast. Or talking no action. Your legacy won't last, the real ones are working, putting their hunger in. Y'all chasing the gossip, obsessed with who's sinning. Dropping those videos, all caps in the title, trying to go viral for mess. Got the cameraman filming your breakdown, your life is an absolute stress. Fraudulent energy, you don't even believe the words that you say. Just need clicks on the screen, so the checks that you pay day. The only bars you got are the ones you used to jail up your friends. Yo, they was no friends, beat the fraud, the whole crew's lame. Talking spicy on camera for views, trying to chase the clout and the fame. Bootleg reality show on YouTube, y'all actors, that's the shame. Fake beef, fake tears, fake stories, get exposed. Call out the name, no bars, no talent, just drama and mess, y'all belong in a frame. Hang y'all up, Exhibit A, certified frauds, playing a dangerous game. You shake their hand, certified frauds, playing a dangerous game. You shake hands with a smile, but you holding a dagger. Soon as the camera cuts, your loyalty stagger. Stab your own people just to get one more subscriber. That's not being a scriver, that's being a scriver. You claiming the streets, talking about moving that weight, but your trap house is leased. Y'all acting on state, I see the receipts, I don't know the real date. You were scared to go outside, y'all stuck by the gate. Y'all a criminal, the way you deceive the whole internet's view. Selling a storyline that's manufactured and new. Missing a gossip, you're easy to greet. When the views dry up, where the hell will you be? No, we're done, finish out in a steam. Cause real talent will win, and y'all living a dream. Y'all playing that game too reckless. Watch how you move, you can't fake the dirt, can't fake the groove. The camera might catch the drama, but it won't protect you. Be the fraud, the streets already checked you. Y'all better listen up, Yo, they was their friends, be the fraud, the whole crew's lame. Talking spicy on camera for views, trying to chase the clout and the fame. Bootleg reality show on YouTube, you're actors, that's the shame. Fake beef, fake tears, fake stories, get exposed. Call out the name, no bars, no talent, just drama and mess, y'all belong in a frame. Hang y'all up, Exhibit A, certified frauds, playing a dangerous game. You get to eat, cuts out abroad, playing a dangerous game.
This a game? Nah, this ain't reality TV. This is real life, man. They all fraud. Look at them, peep the fraud.
Yo, they wasn't their friends. Peep the fraud, the whole crew's lame. Talking spicy on camera for views, trying to chase the clout and the fame. Bootleg reality show on YouTube. Y'all actors, that's the shame. Fake beef, fake tears, fake stories, get exposed. Call out the name. No bars, no talent, just drama and mess. Y'all belong in a frame. Hang y'all up, Exhibit A, certified frauds, playing a dangerous game.
Hang y'all up, Exhibit A, certified frauds, playing a dangerous game.
Listen, the beats too hard for the weak rhymes y'all spit. Your whole flow is shaky, your talent don't fit. Your career's an invention, a lie and a myth. Built on dirt and the drama you constantly tip. You call yourself rappers, you sound like a podcast. Or talking no action. Your legacy won't last, the real ones are working, putting their hunger in. Y'all chasing the gossip, obsessed with who's sinning. Dropping those videos, all caps in the title, trying to go viral for mess. Got the cameraman filming your breakdown, your life is an absolute stress. Fraudulent energy, you don't even believe the words that you say. Just need clicks on the screen, so the checks that you pay day. The only bars you got are the ones you used to jail up your friends. Yo, they was no friends, beat the fraud, the whole crew's lame. Talking spicy on camera for views, trying to chase the clout and the fame. Bootleg reality show on YouTube, y'all actors, that's the shame. Fake beef, fake tears, fake stories, get exposed. Call out the name, no bars, no talent, just drama and mess, y'all belong in a frame. Hang y'all up, Exhibit A, certified frauds, playing a dangerous game. You shake their hand, certified frauds, playing a dangerous game. You shake hands with a smile, but you holding a dagger. Soon as the camera cuts, your loyalty stagger. Stab your own people just to get one more subscriber. That's not being a scriver, that's being a scriver. You claiming the streets, talking about moving that weight, but your trap house is leased. Y'all acting on state, I see the receipts, I don't know the real date. You were scared to go outside, y'all stuck by the gate. Y'all a criminal, the The way you deceive the whole internet's view. Selling a storyline that's manufactured and new. Missing the gossip, you're easy to degree. When the views dry up, where the hell will you be? No, we're done, finish out in a steam. Cause real talent will win. And y'all living a dream. Y'all playing that game too reckless. Watch how you move. You can't fake the dirt. Can't fake the groove. The camera might catch the drama, but it won't protect you. Be the fraud, the streets already checked you. Y'all better listen up. Yo, they was their friends. Be the fraud, the whole crew's lame. Talking spicy on camera for views, trying to chase the clout and the fame. Bootleg reality showing YouTube. And you actors, that's the shame. Fake tears, fake stories get exposed. Call out the name, no bars, no talent, just drama and mess. Y'all belong in a frame. Hang y'all up, Exhibit A, certified frauds, playing a dangerous game. You can see because out abroad, playing a dangerous game. Because out abroad, playing.
Hey y'all, what's up? What's up? What's up? It's your girl Golden. Back with another live. And this is just a chit chat, as you can see. So we're just gonna be talking a little bit, y'all. That's about it. It's a nice smooth Wednesday or whatnot. The weather here is cold outside, y'all. So I'm inside. I'm not going outside. It's not as cold as it has been, but it is still cold. But the sun is shining. And we did wake up today. So we are blessed. We are blessed. We are blessed when it comes to that. I hope you guys is having a good day. It's almost about to be 4 p.m. here Eastern time in the Carolinas, in the United States. So whatever time zone it is, respectively for you, wherever you are, wherever you're at, I hope you're having a good morning, evening, afternoon, night, all of the things. I typically do, my lives and whatnot. And I'll be talking about the politics and stuff like that, y'all. Y'all know that. And I didn't want to do one of those today. I just wanted to just come on and just kind of chit chat, kind of keep it a little bit chill. I got some things I wanted to talk about. We'll be back with the politics soon enough because it's never ending. It's always something. So, we'll be back talking about that. But as y'all can see, I am over here live on my music channel and Mama's channel as well. My mom, she is in the room with my son. They're taking a nap, but she's going to be coming on with me just right after my son fall asleep. So she'll be joining us a little bit later for some of the chit chat that we're gonna do today, y'all. So she'll be here. Of course, my main channel that I have, y'all know, it didn't menstruate. And so, can't go live over there on that channel right now. Got about another week or so until I can go live again. But it's all cool in the game. Put some sugar in the Kool-Aid and keep it pushing. Okay. So anyway, y'all, it's a lot going on. I don't know if y'all been seeing it or, paying attention to it, but it's a lot going on. That's all I can say for right now. I have some other things that I could say, but I'll just save those pieces of information. I won't say anything about them. I'll keep it to myself because apparently I talk too much. I'm going to be quiet, y'all. I'm going to be quiet. I won't say nothing, but we are seeing a lot of things happening in the world, period, like in life, period. Like, as far as a lot of hecticness, but we also are seeing a lot of checks and balances, right? there are a lot of checks and balances that are happening. And that's in a lot of places and spaces, okay? Like I said, y'all know I talk about the politics. So I'm seeing a lot of that happening within the government sector, the political sector here in the US. But I see some of that happening on YouTube too. And it's what can we say, right? What can we say? It is what it is. Um, People seem to get enraged and outraged, when you just say that things are just, hey, things are just karma sometimes. You know what I mean? I believe truthfully that like what you do, how you treat people, and what you put out in this world, you will get it back. It comes back to you. It's like a boomerang. And so sometimes it's like you can't get mad because you put out filth and you put out nastiness and nasty work, and then things come back to you. It is what it is. We all have had probably and can attest to having our own share of karma coming back for us, right? For things that we probably have done or how we've been at some point in time. And so it's just how the world works. It's just how the universe works. It's gonna happen. There's no way around it. So I don't know. I'm just watching. I see it all. But anyway, I did want to let y'all know that yes, my channel has been struck down. Okay, so my main channel and whatnot, I haven't been going live on there because of the strikes. And so I've just been posting music, and I will do my political coverage and stuff like that. But a lot of the guidelines and stuff on YouTube are changing. They're getting a little more strict with certain things that you can and cannot do. So it's good to pay attention to that and read up on that so you can know. They basically got you jump through hoops. It's a lot that you can't do. It's a lot that you can't say. And y'all know I say it all. So I have to be careful with the things that I say and I do and how I do my content because of these guidelines and things of that nature. So there's that. What else, y'all? So it's December, right? So guess what? Tomorrow's my son's birthday. His birthday is on the 18th. So dang. It comes first and then comes Christmas. So we got a double whammy when it comes to getting things, in order for that. And Christmas is typically just celebrated here now for him, because he's a toddler. So I'm really just gonna put up a tree and get his gifts and stuff like that for Christmas for him. As far as me and my mom, like we really are getting to the point where we don't want to really do a whole lot for Christmas. You know what I mean? Like when it comes to the commercial holiday part of it all. So we still do that. We do that for my son to make it fun for him and stuff like that. But outside of that, we done pretty much about had enough Christmas when it comes to commercial. Like we ain't gotta do all of that anymore. For us. But I wonder what you guys is doing for Christmas. Do y'all have everything set up? Do y'all have y'all decorations, your trees, your food, your menu, all of that? Hopefully you're doing something fun, and loving for Christmas with friends and family and all of those things. And I hope everybody has a good Christmas. It is going to be a little bit difficult, probably for some people this year, in certain places and spaces, based off of all the things that's going on. Y'all know prices is going up, stuff is high, child. So I don't know. There might not be many gifts being given this year. Okay, the gift is if you get your bill paid for some of it, because I'm telling you, this stuff is getting really it's getting really out of hand. But it is what it is, It's unfortunate that on this platform, in certain spaces and places, that some individuals, their channels get taken, the channels get struck, they get shadow banned. So that can cause you to not be able to make any money. Some people can't even get monetized because the channels keep getting attacked. So at least in this stream of income, some people are not making any money, and it's holiday time. So I think that really sucks. You know what I mean? And I feel for people who's going through that. I mean, hey, I've never been monetized ever. So it's hard to really, miss what you never had. But it would be nice to have, another stream of income or whatnot, and get paid off for the work that you do and trying to put in or whatever. But one of the things that I wanted to come and talk about today, is the fact that, with a lot of stuff that happens in this sector and a lot of the things that we experience, different content creators and things of that nature, or just people in general, a lot of times you get pushed into reacting and responding a certain way from frustration, and like just from when people try to like come for you or your people, like they nasty work towards you. A lot of individuals out there just don't sit down and take that and eat it like cake. You know what I mean? Like they will respond back, they will say things back, they will, defend themselves and retaliate. And I think because I do that from time to time, like I've heard people around the week saying like, I'm nasty work, I mean, they would never come to my channel, they don't like me, even though they don't know me. But they get all of that from like a specific incident that may happen. And I have to respond and stick up and speak up for myself and my family. When I do that, now I guess people are like fearful. They think like you this mean, terrible person, this evil, nasty person. And this just based off of things that, I say. And so I say things a lot, and I talk the way that I talk because, that's just from where I'm from. That's how we talk. You know what I mean? And it's just like when you coming for somebody, you can't get upset when that person hit back harder. And it, it hurts you, it hurts your feelings, it hurts your pride, whatever. It stings a bit. I'm so sorry for that. But it never would have happened if individuals don't try you or come for you. Like if people just learn to leave people alone, then those type of incidents don't have to happen, But it is unfortunate that like people feel like I'm this mean, evil, nasty person. And I'm just like, wow, that's the furthest from the truth. Like I'm the nicest person for real. If you really get to know me, I really am a nice person, and I don't like to have to pop out, and rage out on people and stuff like that on this platform. But sometimes people on this platform, they take it way too far. They take stuff very far, and we see how far they can take it. And now we see, how people are combating this. It's not just I'm gonna drag you. Now they may have to go to different levels and different things as well to get some of this stuff in check. So I don't know what to see about all of that. I try to stay up out of it now. I try to not speak too much about it. But I do know if I hear my name, people speaking about me and my mom and my family, then it is what it is. Like who doesn't or who wouldn't? I don't know anybody who doesn't or wouldn't want to stand up and speak up for themselves and their family, speak up for themselves when lies is being told about them. You don't talk about people mothers, you don't talk about people children. Like all of this type of stuff is so below the belt. And we see that going on this platform like a lot. Like it's been going on for a while. And it continues to happen, and it's getting even more egregious than what it used to be. Like I didn't think it could get worse, but it is. And so that's where we at when it comes to this platform and stuff right now. The temperature of the world, I think, is setting a lot of precedent for a lot of these things as well. We got a lot of issues going on when it comes to racism. I've been called a racist person. Hilarious. But, there is racism. And there are people that exude racism. And I know when I see it, when I hear it, and I will call it out, and I don't really like nobody who's like that because I don't get it. Am I a racist person? That's hilarious that people say that I'm a racist person. I have been called a colorist person. I've been called like all of the names under the sun. You know what I mean? This is all from people and individuals that do not know me. And they don't even try to get to know me. Like, these are just people that just sit around and chats and they see and they hear and they listen to what they're being spoon fed and then they run with it. You know what I mean? Like, that's how they move and they operate a lot on these platforms here on YouTube. So all of that is very interesting. But this is how they do. Once you see how they do, it's just like nothing surprises you anymore. But I think it's really funny. It's not funny, but it's like it really pushes you back. Like when you hearing people saying things about you like that, and you know that that's the furthest thing from the truth. You should not care what people say and what they think about you. Everybody says that. Everybody, tries to feel as though, yeah, we can hold up to that. I don't care what they say. I don't care what they think. Deep down, everybody really cares what people say and what they think. And especially when it comes to like reputation, like people will try and destroy your reputation by telling lies on you. And I think that, that's nasty work. But what can we expect? It's a lot of nasty work that goes on this platform. So I remember one time, child, they get mad at me because I be doing what everybody else do. And I make AI graphics and stuff like that, And so my graphic that I had that I made out of AI, a lot of them for like my songs and stuff like that, they felt as though it's like it resembled Aaliyah. And I heard somebody saying something like, I don't know why she puts this up. She doesn't even look like Aaliyah. And I didn't make it because I wanted to look like Aaliyah. Hold on, give me a second. That's my phone. Hold on. Anyway, so yeah, I didn't do it because I feel as though I look like Aaliyah or I want to look like Aaliyah. I use her as a muse. Like, people can have muses. When you do art, you have like a muse, someone who inspires you, you want to pay homage to, whatever. But again, it's similar graphics to Aaliyah. So yeah, you hit the nail on the head. Definitely, the muse was Aaliyah. You got that one right. But as far as me ever saying or trying to claim or pretend that I look like Aaliyah, whenever I ever done that, I've cammed up multiple times. Some people do, some people don't. I'm someone who will cam up, and you can see my face. You can see what I look like. You can clearly see. And so I remade this little whatever joint real quickly today before I went live with my actual photo. This is me, okay, where it says chit chat with Golden, and then the little crown on there. I didn't really like how it came out, to be honest. I'll work on it some more, but you can see like this is me. This is my photo. This is what I look like. So, but these people, they'll say anything. They do anything they can pick at and tamper with. It's like, that's the lengths that they go to. And it's, it's all cool in the game. Like I said, put the sugar in the Kool-Aid and keep it pushing. That's how I really feel about a lot of this stuff now. I did not know it would be like this on this platform, but this is how it is. Like, it's super petty. It's unfortunate that, we treat each other like this, within this sector, within, this space. Like, there's so many people that I feel like do have talents. There's so many people that I feel like do have so much to bring to the table. And just imagine how great and grand it could be if these individuals work together and bond together to do something and make something great, instead of it being like tyranny, and instead of trying to all tear each other down and hold each other down like crabs in the barrel type situation. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy work to me. Like, why can't people work together as a unit, a group, and a team? Or just leave each other alone. Like, if you don't rock with that person, just leave them alone. Like, you ain't gotta do nothing to hurt them or destroy them or drag them or drag their name to, the mud. Just leave them alone. Or connect with that person and see, like, that person is maybe actually really dope. You really maybe, what I'm saying, could find that this person could be a gem and you're a gem and y'all come make some beauty and stuff together. But we're not doing that over here. It's not operating like that over here. And I've been trying and trying and trying. I'm still going to continue to try. I want to become detached from this sector. I want to become detached from all of this mess for real that goes on over in this space, because I know it don't have to work and operate like this at all. It don't. And you get caught up in it, and it's almost like, yo, how do you get out? How do you get out? How do you get set free from all of this? It's like you still are always attached, even when you try to walk away. Like, you still are attached to this stuff. I've stopped going to a lot of people's channel chat, but I do watch a lot of people content still. But it's just like, I don't want to get in the chats and stuff anymore, because it doesn't lead to nothing good. And it don't mean that, I don't support the people, I don't support the channels or whatever like that. I don't want no more of the drama in my life when it comes to all of it. I really don't. And every now and then, because I go and I do support these people channels, yes, from the bush, and I don't care, because there's a many of people that be in the bush, and I'm pretty sure it's people in my bush right now. Okay, we'll talk about that and get into that in just a minute as well, because I'm telling it all today. Like, I'm giving it to you real and raw. I'm frustrated. I'm exhausted with all of this platform and how people move and operate. I really am. But sometimes when I go into these channels, I hear people talking about me, talking about my mama, talking about my life, and they don't know me. Then when I say something or I check them for talking, then they try to make you out to be the villain or the bad guy. It's just like, all right, if that's what you think, you want to make me out to be the villain or the bad guy, when I was just sitting over here minding my own little business, not thinking about you, not talking about you, and you want to keep my name in your mouth and saying nasty work type of things, telling lies, and then I check you now, that makes me the villain. I will never understand it, how people think backwards like that. I will never understand it. But this is how they work over here. A lot of delusion. A lot of people are not living in reality. Living some type of a fantasy world, some type of fantasy place or space where it's not the real world. Like, and I think a lot of people have come to these platforms and stuff like this because they do want to escape the real world. And I understand that. It should be something where you can come for a bit and escape. Like, you get off work, people play video games sometimes when they get off work to escape and have a little bit of fun, a little bit of fantasy. People could come to platforms, to tap into content or whatnot, to either learn something or to just escape, have a little bit of a chill out or whatever. After you work, after you had a long day, after you had a rough day, a stressful day, whatever. It could be for that. But it started to turn to something different. It started to become real ugly. And so, this is where we at with it. There's a lot of important things that we could be reporting on and talking about and having conversations about, like real deep, like educated conversations with one another about. But that rarely happens. Always fighting and arguing and roasting and having to defend yourself and cussing and fussing and all the things. So I'm trying my best to move on, like move on and move forward, and be around in places and spaces where we can have real intellectual conversations, talk about important things and topics about what's going on in the world, what's going on with people. You know, I much rather do that. I don't want to fight with people. I really don't. I don't like fighting with people. I don't. I don't want to argue with people. I really don't. I like the fact that it used to be where you can promote each other and lift each other up. I tried to do those type of things before previously on my other channels. Because I think that's the right thing to do. That didn't work out too well for me. I'm thinking, this is going to be great. People take that, they're wrong with it. They want to get to the finish line before you get to the finish line. Like all this type of stuff. Like it's just, it's crazy work to me. People that you be kind to and you support, you turn around, you find them talking trash about you behind your back. Like, and again, it does give very much high school vibes. Like I remember when I was in high school, that's how kids used to be. Teenagers, right? And most of the individuals is on these platforms and hold these places and spaces, they're not teenagers. They're not children. They're adults. And I think it's crazy that as adults, this is how we show up on this platform and act and treat each other. I think it's crazy. And children and teenagers are watching us as examples. So what type of example are we really setting if we get up here and act like this? Me included now. Because I get up here and I cuss like a sailor. I do. I will cuss and drag somebody out. But only when they start talking trash about me, my mother, my family, telling lies. They be nasty work towards me, and then, I give a dose of it back. I haven't really, I haven't really got too good at the turning of the cheek method. I'm not very good at that, okay? So that's something you can learn about Golden. In certain scenarios and certain things, yeah. And then I'm not too much of a below the belt person. I'm not going to do crazy things to people to hurt and harm people. But my mouth can be a bit slick. And it will get that way, especially if I find people talking about me and my people. You know what I mean? So, but am I proud of that? No. It's not something I'm proud of, to get up on the internet or have, content of me on the internet cussing and hooping and hollering and all of those things. I've never desired to come to this platform to do any of those things. And people will bring this stuff out of you. And you have to have the strength and the resilience to not allow people to bring that side of you out or that type of behavior from you out. We all got it though, for real. Because we all 50-50. We 50 light, we 50 dark, honestly. We just choose which more percentage we want to pour into and operate with on a daily basis. And some people have decided to lean into the darkness. Some people have decided to lean into the light. But just because you decided to lean into light, it doesn't mean that you don't have moments where, you may be cussing and fussing and fighting and going in. You know what I mean? But I don't think it makes you a dark person necessarily. It's like the majority of your actions is what will prove that. Bluetooth mode. Turn my speaker. If you're always out here nasty work, always out here knowing something nasty, hurting somebody, harming somebody, Bluetooth connected. Out of that, just that's your basic foundation, all the time, then I guess, that we can deduce that that's what that type of individual has chose to do, be that type of person that's dark and mean and evil and nasty. But people who do choose to be nice and kind and move within the light? Do they have weak moments and times where they fall short? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that does happen. And so it's just crazy how like people will try to turn people against you and say that you're evil, you're mean, you're nasty. They don't know you. They don't know you from a can of paint. And even if they have spent ample amount of time with you on the internet, in a chat or on a live on a channel, they still don't know you. Like it takes a lot to get to know a person. Majorly, I believe the best way you get to know someone is if you spend actual face to face time with someone. But you can get a little bit of a inkling of what someone or how they are as a person, from spending some virtual time as well. Because of social media these days, a lot of people do meet and spend time together more so virtually than they do face to face or within the flesh. So that's to be understood. We live in technological times, so that's going to happen. You can connect with people like that and get a feel for what type of person it is, how they move, how they operate. Do we all fall short from time to time? Yeah, we do. We do. We absolutely do. But is it a difference and is it obvious when someone decides to consistently be nasty word? Yeah, it's very obvious when someone decides to consistently be nasty word and go out of their way to hurt and harm people in any way fit that they see. All of that has become quite obvious. The people who move and operate like that. And I think it's pretty obvious that people who don't decide to move and operate like that, they just may have a moment from time to time. And that's it. And none of us are perfect, so we will have those moments. But yeah, so I say all of that to say, these are the things that we see happening and going on these platforms. We see a lot of people who are walking in the dark. We see a lot of people that lie consistently. We see a lot of people who are cutthroat and backstabbers. We see a lot of people who are just, I can't be sure. I just feel like they like being villains. They like hurting and harming people, We also see that pays. We see that nasty work pays. Actual money and accolades and accomplishments also. All of those things included. Whatever you can get out of it, that's going to benefit you or boost you up or elevate you. We have been seeing that the individuals who decide to move and operate that way, it pays off. The ones who don't seem to move and operate that way and want the community and connectivity and unity and love and light and kindness, it doesn't seem to really pay off, at least over here in this space and place in this sector, right? The nastier you are in this sector, the more you are rewarded, There's other sectors that I have seen that it doesn't operate like that. It don't go down like that. It's over here. From what I've seen, this is one of the ones that I've seen this. Other places and spaces I've been, the girls that do the hair, the girls who do the makeup, the culinary people, fashion design, DIY, all of those type of different, sectors and spaces and stuff like that. I visit them, I've been around them, and I continue to go there. And when I go, and even in the political sector, believe it or not, individuals don't act like that over there in those sectors towards each other, towards people that come to show love and support and watch their content. They treat each other with kindness. They treat each other with respect. And it's about the content. That's what they come for, But I don't understand. Like, okay, this is supposed to be black tea. What do that mean? Like, what is the definition of black tea? Like, is it black people that talk about other black people and spill their information and their secrets and their embarrassing moments and all that stuff? It started out that people was talking about celebrities. Again, I've gotten to the point where I realized as well that, celebrities are people, duh. So, it could probably hurt and harm them as well if you're being nasty work and, spreading lies or gossiping and talking about, some of their embarrassing moments or the things that they do, that you just may not like. And I have been guilty of doing that previously as well. So I'm not pointing any fingers here. I'm just having a real open conversation about this. And so then it went from that to people who have channels or a content creator have now started doing black tea exposés on each other. So they talking about each other's secrets, each other's, embarrassing moments or whatever, you know what I mean? To make them look bad, to embarrass them, to tear them down, to hold them down. I can't be sure. You know what I mean? Like what's the outcome? Like what are we doing here to get out of it? You know what I mean? Is it to destroy somebody? Is it to take their livelihood away, their channel away, their chances of income away, to tarnish their reputation? Like what is it? It's all got to be something mean and nasty and evil. Like you want to do something bad to people when you're doing stuff like that. And I think a lot of times when we first started with the celebrities, people figure it don't really matter what you say because they got a lot of money anyway. They got the houses, they got the cars, they got the fame, they have their careers. So it don't matter what you say about them, they're still going to thrive and succeed, right? Nothing you say is going to be able to hold them down or destroy or mess up anything they got going on. Until that wasn't true. But then you start saying things, it can tarnish their, reputation. It can affect them from getting deals and, jobs and stuff, brands and, all those type of things that they get shouted, they be doing over there. But a lot of people believe in the sataciousness more than they believe in the truth. So a lot of times, anything you say negative, right, about somebody, people are going to eat it up like cake. And I used to eat it up like cake too. Okay, I'm going to be really honest about that. And then I had to start sitting back and saying, we can't eat up things that people just bird feed us. You know what I mean? We got to think for ourselves and do the research and educate ourselves to find out what is really true and what is not. Because a lot of this stuff is salacious. A lot of these things are lies. A lot of this is defaming, when it comes, whether you're a celebrity, whether you're just doing you're a content creator, you got a channel, whatever, whoever you are, whatever it is you do, right? It can hurt and affect your life, in a real way. And then people started going even lower, as if that's not low enough. And then they started trying to put people in actual physical harm way, yeah. It started getting real nasty, like you really want to see someone physically harmed. You want to see somebody detained. You want to see somebody unalive. You want to see somebody sick and depressed and, all of those things, right? And it started to become like a regular everyday thing. Like that's okay. You know what I mean? Like this is just what we do to each other. Yeah, okay, it's no problem with that. Bringing up people past traumas, bringing up people past mistakes that they made in their life and stuff like that. Throwing that out there for the world to hear and to drag them through the mud and embarrass them and shame them, for these things. Nasty work. Real nasty work. So since all of these things have become so nasty, it's just like I had no idea that things operate like this. I didn't know. Laughing and clowning and stuff like that, that's even bad enough, And I did participate in a lot of that stuff. I know I talk about it all the time. I sound like a broken record, but I have to take the accountability. I did participate in some of these things, but the nasty work, I could never and I would never. I don't participate in that type of stuff. nor did I want to. And a lot of times when I declined to do so, people would be disappointed with me, upset with me, call me stupid. That's okay. That's very fine. I don't mind, okay? There's enough money out here in this world to be made and to be had. And you do not have to do those type of things to get it. That was my choice, okay? I will not do certain things or just any and everything for the sake of money or personal gain. I just don't operate that way. It's gonna be fine. Trust me. I'll be all right. I got multiple streams of income. I'm good. And so, I was just like, I see people doing these things, and I don't want to pass judgment too much, too harshly. So I understand what it's like when life is hard, right? And you don't know where your next meal is coming from, and you don't know how you're going to keep the light bill on. You don't know how you're going to get your medication or your prescription or something like that. You don't know how you're going to feed your child. I get it. I get it. I really, really do. But it starts to become so lethal. The things that people are being required to do, or they feel as though they have to do to get those basic needs met, as if there's no other options, or that might be the quickest one, you know what I mean? Or that might be the easiest one, or whatever like that. I get the struggle and the need. I do. I just wish people would realize, like, you don't have to go through those lengths. There's other options. There's other directions you can go and still get the things that you need and the things that you want. You ain't got to hurt nobody and harm nobody. You ain't got to go that low below the belt, with a lot of these things that I'm seeing, that we be doing to each other. I don't know when it comes to an end. I don't know when we wake up and we see, like, we got to stop doing each other like this. When do that happen? I guess as long as the money is rolling in and it's good, then we'll never open our eyes and see the detriment of our behavior and our actions towards one another. We're going to look up and there's not going to be any of us left, It's getting that serious in the world. And I know people think that I'm very boring. That's okay. I don't mind being boring. I talk about the real, for real. Like, I see what's going on in this world. I pay attention to what's going on in the politics, the government, all these things, how it's shifting and changing, not just the country I live in, but other countries, the world as a whole is shifting and changing right now before our eyes. And we don't even pay enough attention to it because all we pay attention to is fighting and fussing with each other and trying to destroy each other. When we have a system that could be possibly doing that to us simultaneously. We got to start sticking together more and find another way, a better way. Like, we don't have to hurt and harm one another. A little bit of roasting, a little bit of shooting the dozens, a little bit of something like that. Hee hee ha ha. You live to see another day, like, yeah, okay. I get that, I grew up where that was like, that's what we did. But even when I was growing up, the times when I was growing up, it was like you fist fight one day, you friends the next day, you're moving on. But you live to see another day. You wasn't destroying each other, taking each other out. And a lot of this stuff is taking people out of here. It is. It can lead to that. Respectfully, okay? Please. Don't, And sometimes it's like, I'll just be trying to talk and be real with the conversation that I hold. But a lot of time, if I'm just keeping it real, you get in trouble for keeping it real. You can't, it's like almost they don't want you to talk. They don't want you to uplift your people. They don't want you to talk about the positivity. In order to talk about the positivity, you got to point out the negativity. You got to talk about it. It's conversations that need to be had. I just feel like sometimes I can't even talk about none of these things. Now, all the cussing and vulgarity and stuff like that, I absolutely take accountability of that. You don't have to talk about it like that and use that type of language. But just to point out the facts of the matter, as far as what's going on, in the world, going on in certain countries, what's going on certain platforms amongst us as groups, talking about it and really keeping it real, as raw as it is, the truth is raw. So what can you do? If the truth is raw and you just want to talk about what's truthfully going on, what we're doing and what we're witnessing, you can't talk about that, you know? So it's been very difficult, very difficult. But I have been, trying to just find and pivot and shift and do other things, right? Because I don't want to participate in none of this stuff anymore, right? The back and forth, the hamster wheel of us just destroying each other and attacking each other and tearing each other down. I don't want to participate in that. I try to go off to my own little corner, do my own little thing. I don't mess with nobody. I don't talk about nobody. I don't drag nobody. I swear to you, I don't. Until they say something about me first, then I'll retaliate. That's for sure. But as far as going out of my way to do this to people, I don't do that. I stay right over here in my own little corner, talk to the shadow people and some of the people who decide to grace my channel and come to my lives and stuff like that, which I really appreciate. That's what I do. I'm doing the music and stuff now. That's artistic expression. And I talk about politics. That's what I do. It's what I started doing, what I'm going back to doing now. I don't want to be part of this, nasty work anymore. I don't want to contribute to it. I don't want to orchestrate it. I don't want none of that. And I like it to see my people not be a part of that either. But this is everybody's personal choice. What they decide to do and what they decide to participate in, that's their choice. There's nothing I can do about that. But it sucks to really see us operating like this and treating each other this way, But anyway, so that's what I wanted to say about that. Just a little bit of my thoughts and my feelings and stuff. I did want y'all to know I made a Christmas album and I'm still working on it. And yes, it's AI music, but who's not doing AI music? So let's be clear and fair here. But I do have about 8 songs now. I think I'm gonna add about 3 more, and that's gonna be the Golden Christmas, AI music album, whatever. But I do have that here on my music channel. That's where the music is at. But it's also, I just posted some of it up today on TikTok. And I was posting it on my other channel as well. But I'm going to be shifting things around on that channel if I get it back up and running. Most likely, I have to walk on eggshells when that channel gets back up and running. Because now that channel's already been struck twice. So they'll probably wind up taking that one from me like they did all the others. And then I have my business channel that was just in the background, but I hadn't structured how I was going to set that one up yet. And they didn't even strike that one. They just took it down automatically. I said, wow, interesting work. So, these is the things that happen on the platform. I guess you could say it's pretty risque that I talk about politics and the government, but it's news reporting, right? We got to watch the news and know what's going on around us, And a lot of it is, it's not really looking good. It's pretty rough, but we'll be fine. We're going to get through it, I'm not no doom type of person where it's just like, oh, all hope is lost. There's always hope. There's always hope, and we always know that it's going to be a brighter day. And things can turn around and change. I've always spoke on this. I've always preached about this and talk about this on my channels. And I continue to be a person that believes in all of it and want to share and express that with others. I guess it just scares people that, sometimes I have to fight back. I don't know. I can't be sure. Or maybe people don't want to see you win. Maybe people are jealous of you. You can't be sure what it is. You never know. You never really know what it is. But it's all cool until it's not, you know. I know that we live very fickle lives. People are very fickle. And people are very quick to switch up. I've learned that. I have learned that. For the same people who be rocking with you and claim to be your friend, wait till a better offer comes, or a better leader, or a friend, or a channel, or what. I can't be sure what it is. I have seen the switch up and the swiftness of people switching up and jumping ship and jumping on this boat and jumping on that boat. I can't be sure why. I don't know how it works and it operates like that. A lot of people come from backgrounds and communities where loyalty is something that they take very seriously. I'm one of those people, and I try. I really do. And yes, like I said earlier, sometimes you fall short and you fall into something that you may not even know you're in. I really would like to see us all get along, honestly. But just because that's what I'm going to say, what does that matter? You know? I wonder if there's more people out there that would like to see that too. I wonder if there's more people out there that want to see unity and community, you know, and partnership and all of those things, you know. Do you want to see it? Is it something you desire to see? I see a lot of people seem to take a lot of liking and joy when they see people falling apart and dividing. And I think that's the deeper question that we need to ask. Why do people enjoy that so much? Why do people enjoy seeing people fight so much? I mean, I understand a lot of people like WWE and UFC and all of those type of things like that. I watched that as well, you know, a little bit here and there. Even that, even football, certain sports, right? It's like it's always competition, it's competitiveness, it's aggression, you know. And we gotta wonder, like, what drives us to wanting to see that and think that, you know, that's entertainment or, you know, that's fun for us to watch. People hurting each other, kicking each other in the face, punching each other in the face, boxing, you know, sports and stuff like that. And I ain't trying to scare nobody. Look, I ain't judging. If you watch boxing, you watch UFC, you watch WWE, you watch your football, your sport, whatever, that's fine. I watch all them too. And I played softball and stuff like that, you know, competitive sports. I get it. You know, I understand people like sports. But it often sometimes make me wonder, like, the competition and competitiveness, and then with some of these like contact sports is really like aggressive. You know what I mean? Like, what make us get so riled up when we watching that? Like, people, okay, with football, people running so fast on that football field, almost at the speed sometimes of a vehicle, and crashing into each other. Think about it, if it was two cars on the road crashing into each other. That's a car accident. You know what I mean? It's going to lead to probably injury, you know, and maybe sometimes fatalities. And then we watch two people doing it, or multiple people doing this in a sports arena or whatnot, just crashing into each other, getting hurt, getting harmed, you know. Why do we like these things? I can't be sure why we're drawn to that. And it's just the modern day gladiator, you know, just like back in the day, I used to watch the gladiators. Now that was really rough. I mean, they fighting lions and tigers and bears, and, you know, out there with stores and all kinds of different, you know, weapons and things, and taking each other out. And that sport wasn't complete until someone was no longer with us. There was a fatality, you know. That's what that was. you know, and people will watch and wait for that, to watch the fatality. I don't know. I think about these things, y'all. My mind, as you can see, I talk a lot, but my mind races and runs, and I think a lot too. These are things that I think about now. I just sit here sometimes and I ask myself, or I pray and ask, I'm curious, you know, why? Why is it? We talk about wars, you know, in the political sector and stuff like that, the military. One team versus the other, one country versus the other. The whole goals for that, you know, ending fatalities, you know, all of these things. And we root for it, we cheer for it, we support it, you know. I don't know why. I don't know why it's like that, why it's been set up to be like that, you know. But I think a lot of that does boil down to why we're desensitized from a lot of these things. We're very much desensitized when it comes to hurting and harming each other, for the sport of it, for the entertainment of it, for the monetary gain, you know, for the accolades. We're desensitized from all those things. And then now we participate in some of them as well. And even encourage our children to participate. I know it sounds like gloom and doom, and a lot of people ain't gonna like them saying anything. But I'm asking. I really want to know. Like, is anybody out there? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Like, do y'all ever wonder or question these things as well? You know, if you think about it, really deeply think about it. Why? And there's always a heavy payoff or reward when it comes to this type of energy that we exude towards each other. I don't know. I can't be sure. But anyway, so moving on from that, one more thing that I wanted to talk about. Dang, it left my mind, child. Hold on, let me play a song real quick. And I gotta go to the bathroom, and then I'll be right back. And then after that, it'll come back to me, because I got one more thing I want to talk about. So anybody who's listening, please, if you'd like to stick around, please stick around. I'll be right back. Just give me 1 second. I got to use the restroom. I'm going to put a song on real quick. And then we're going to talk about this next talking point that I had. It's going to come back to me. Don't worry. All right. So I'm going to play one of these songs. I may say, yeah, song now. If y'all sick, y'all rolling your eyes at my songs. But just listen to some of the words, y'all, for real, for real. I'll be trying to put in there some realistic words and stuff. All right, here we go.
Man, I promise the camera's rolling even when I'm sleeping. Every perfect morning routine is a secret I'm keeping. Cause if I show the struggle, they'll call me the fake. Let's get rid of happiness for heaven's sake. I bought a new lens just to blur out the pain in my eyes. Spending rent money chasing the for you lies. I'm addicted to the scroll, the validation's fleeting. The perfect videos, what's keeping my heart beating. Gotta stay relevant, gotta keep the clicks high. Yeah, the algorithm leaves you out to dry. They want the vulnerability, but never the real hurt. Just a 3-minute drama that looks good on a shirt, yeah. We all playing roles of constant digital masquerade. Trading dignity for views, watching all real souls fade. Oh, when the screen dims down and the filter breaks, I'm telling you all for these digital stakes. Oh, when the trust fades out and the truth reveals, you gotta unplug the wires and see how it really feels. See how it really feels. See how it really feels. If you just the headline delivered in 2-minute clips, the puppet masters control the words that fall from my lips. Look at the comments, that's where the real damage starts. People tearing down dreams and tearing out hearts. Feeling out hearts, if you trip, they don't help you. They film the whole fall. The price of the click is the willingness to sell out us all. See, the government knows that division brings distractions. But we're fighting over trends and planning the next action. Calling out shields and sheep, but we are in the same pen. Fighting
Man, I promise the camera's rolling even when I'm sleeping. Every perfect morning routine is a secret I'm keeping. Cause if I showed a struggle, they'll call me the fake. This could read the happiness for heaven's sake. I bought the new lens just to blur out the pain in my eyes. Spending rent money chasing the for you lies. I'm addicted to the scroll, the validation's fleeting. The perfect videos what's keeping my heart beating. Gotta stay relevant, gotta keep the clicks high. Or the algorithm leaves you out to dry. They want the vulnerability, but never the real hurt. Just a 3-minute drama that looks good on a shirt, yeah. We all playing roles of constant digital masquerade. Trading dignity for views, watching all real souls fade.
Oh, when the screen dims down and the filter breaks, I'm telling you all for these digital stakes. Oh, when the trust fades out and the truth reveals, you gotta unplug the wires and see how it really feels. See how it really feels. See how it really feels.
They feed us the headline, delivered in 2-minute clips. The puppet masters control the words that fall from my lips. Look at the comments, that's where the real damage starts. People tearing down dreams and tearing out hearts. Feeling out hearts, if you trip, they don't help you. They film the whole fall. The price of the click is the willingness to sell out us all. See, the government knows that division brings distractions. We're fighting over trends and planning the next action. Calling our shields and sheep, but we all in the same pen. Fighting our neighbors instead of asking where, why, and when. They call it transparency, but the lens is distorted. We traded our freedom for content that gets reported. A perpetual loop, outrage designed to consume the collective attention trapped inside a digital room.
Oh, when the screen dims down and the filter breaks, I'm telling you all for these digital stakes. Oh, when the trust fades out and the truth reveals, you gotta unplug the wires and see how it really feels. This is how it really feels.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much. I am back. I had to go to the restroom real quick. And so yeah, that was one of the songs that I had put out or whatnot. It's about all false sound. But basically you can hear from the words, like it literally include myself in it. You know, like the social media hustle and bustle and stuff. You know what I mean? It's just like there is a hustle and bustle when it comes to this, and you can choose to participate in it consecutively. You can choose to participate in it, you know, here and there. You can fall into it and not even know you fall into it. You can choose not to, you know, but it's a lot when it comes to people wanting to, you know, I don't know, be, I guess, successful in these places, in these spaces, especially when it comes to social media. It's like we talked about, the negativity sells, right? So the more negative we are, the more benefit you get, you know. But do we want to continue being and moving that way? You know, we can't be sure. But what I have also noticed is a lot of times I feel like when you do gravitate towards that energy, I have gravitated towards that. And at the time when I was gravitating towards that energy, I wasn't in a good place myself in my life. And I had to be real about that, you know, like suffering with some depression and dealing with, you know, day-to-day hustle and bustle of life, you know, whatever, losing family members, going through, you know, co-parenting struggles and things of that nature. Just not always in a good, happy mood. And you know what they say, like a lot of time misery loves company. So I feel like a lot of times we gravitate towards, you know, that type of energy and that type of stuff because it's probably something going on within our life or within ourselves that, you know, we're not at our happiest point. You know, we may not be accomplishing and achieving all the things we want to accomplish and achieve at that time. And, you know, you sometimes you feel like being a little bit, you know, devious or whatever, you know, or watching someone be devious and laughing and clowning along with that. And it has a lot to do with where you're at, and I think how you feel at that time, you know. And so that could be a little bit of it. I don't know. I'm no expert in anything. These are just my thoughts and opinions, y'all. That's it. But, because I had to ask myself one time, like, how you get caught up in all of this, like doing these type of things, participating in these type of things. Well, you know, like I said, things wasn't that great at the time, you know, going through ups and downs and things like that. And sometimes when you are around that type of energy, it's like it brings comfort to you or distraction, right, from whatever it is you got going on in your life. So you can go look at what other people got going on and their downfalls and, you know, them being clowned and going through. And then it makes you feel a little bit better about what you got going on, or makes you forget about it for a little bit, you know. So we can't be sure. I'm not saying that's a guaranteed factual option or choice or reason as to why it's like that, but you know, it is what it is. But y'all know me, child. I cannot stay away from politics. It's crazy work. I really can't. I'm really like, I'm heavily into it, you know. But I did this one video that I just seen pop up on my timeline, and I wanted to go ahead and show that to y'all. I will be doing a political live, you know, with a few different topics and whatnot next time. But right now, I'm just going to show y'all a quick little clip or whatnot of something really interesting. So let me go ahead and put this up for y'all real quick. We're going to watch it together. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me skip that. Okay, here we go. Let's go back. All right.
Special counsel Jack Smith is back, and for all the right reasons. The House Oversight Committee thought they were going to bring him into a closed room and not let the American people hear from him and hear about the crimes that he prosecuted against Donald Trump. But it backfired on them today because he gave an opening statement. And we know what that opening statement is from reporting. You're on Midas Touch Network and on Legal AF. Let's get to the bottom of the Jack Smith matter and wait till you hear what he's told the American people in this new reporting. I'm Michael Popak. Glad you're here. Take a minute. Come over to Legal AF YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button. We're going to crack 1 million subscribers because of you. Here's what the Jack Smith, among many things, gave as his opening speech, and it went downhill for Donald Trump from here. He said, our investigation developed proof beyond a reasonable doubt that President Trump engaged in a criminal scheme to overturn the results of the 2020 presidential election and to prevent the lawful transfer of power. Our investigation also developed powerful evidence that showed President Trump willfully retained highly classified documents after he left office in January 2021, storing them at his social club, Mar-a-Lago, including in a bathroom, a ballroom, and where events and gatherings took place. Let me unpack that for right now. We don't have the video yet because it was behind closed doors, because the MAGA Republicans don't want the American people to hear directly from Jack Smith, although we've heard directly from Jack Smith. Our investigation developed proof beyond a reasonable doubt. That's even higher than the standard necessary to bring a criminal prosecution. In order to get an indictment, you have to believe that there is probable cause to believe that you can sustain a conviction through appeal, not prove beyond a reasonable doubt. That's the standard at trial. So he's saying, I have more evidence than I even needed in order to bring this particular case. He also went on to say in his statement, exploiting that violence on Jan 6th, President Trump and his associates tried to call members of Congress in furtherance of their criminal scheme, urging them to further delay certification of the 2020 election. This is the Arctic Haze, the investigation into phone calls and Jack Smith's group not obtaining a wiretap subpoena, but being able to get the records, the telephone billing records to show who is calling who and when of members of Congress. Jack Smith went on, he said, I didn't choose those members. that were called President Trump did. Now, we've heard from Jack Smith before. In fact, I'm going to bring you back in the Wayback Machine. I feel like Mr. Peabody. In the Wayback Machine to when Jack Smith announced the indictment. Here's a clip of Jack Smith, which just so happens to be, get this, on the Department of Justice website, even as we speak. I'm sure after they see this hot take, it's coming down. But here's the video for you, a little bit of a blast from the past. Jack Smith on the indictment being announced. Play the clip.
Today, an indictment was unsealed, charging Donald J. Trump with conspiring to defraud the United States, conspiring to disenfranchise voters, and conspiring and attempting to obstruct an official proceeding. The indictment was issued by a grand jury of citizens here in the District of Columbia, and it sets forth the crimes charged in detail. I encourage everyone to read it in full. The attack on our nation's capital on January 6th, 2021, was an unprecedented assault on the seat of American democracy. As described in the indictment, it was fueled by lies. Lies by the defendant targeted at obstructing a bedrock function of the U.S. government, the nation's process of collecting, counting, and certifying the results of the presidential election. The men and women of law enforcement who defended the U.S. Capitol on January 6th are heroes. They are patriots and they are the very best of us. They did not just defend a building or the people sheltering in it. They put their lives on the line to defend who we are as a country and as a people. They defended the very institutions and principles that define the United States. Since the attack on our Capitol, the Department of Justice has remained committed to ensuring accountability for those criminally responsible for what happened that day. This case is brought consistent with that commitment, and our investigation of other individuals continues.
We've also heard from Jack Smith a couple of months ago when he knew he was going to be the subject of being brought in, being subpoenaed by Congress to hear his testimony. So he started to get his testimony out, and he gave testimony to Andrew Weissman in I think it was actually overseas, about his investigation and the Department of Justice. Here's a clip to remind you of what Jack Smith said then.
The idea that politics would play a role in big cases like this, it's absolutely ludicrous, and it's totally contrary to my experience as a prosecutor. These are team players who don't want anything but to do good in the world. They're not interested in politics. And I get very concerned when I see how easy it is to demonize these people for political ends. I worked in the department for years, Republican, Democrat, Republican. I was the acting U.S. attorney in the first Trump administration in Tennessee. Nothing like what we see now has ever gone on. If there's rules in the department about how to bring a case, follow those rules. You can't say, I want this outcome, let me throw the rules out. The problem is not prosecuting high officials who did something wrong when you do it according to the processes of law in your country. It's the retaliation. That's the problem.
Now, Jamie Raskin, who I've had the pleasure of meeting and introducing at a fundraiser recently, the ranking member of the Democratic Party on the House Judiciary Committee, he had this to say about the decision by his colleagues on the right, the MAGA colleagues, not to allow Jack Smith to be heard out loud in front of the American people like the Jan 6 committee. Let's play Jamie Raskin's clip.
I just want to say that Chairman Jordan made an excellent decision in not allowing Jack Smith to testify publicly, because had he done so, it would have been absolutely devastating to the president and all the president's men involved in the insurrectionary activities of January the 6th. So, I can't get into any further particulars, but I'll just say that Jack Smith has just spent several hours schooling the Judiciary Committee on the professional responsibilities of a prosecutor and the ethical duties of a prosecutor. And he's a sensational and honorable public servant. And we are lucky to have him in the bar in the United States of America.
Describe what his message, as his message was generally to the community.
Again, he's being answered. He's been asked, and he's answering questions. So he didn't come with any particular message, but I'll just say that he's answered every single question to the satisfaction of any reasonable-minded person in that room.
Anything that you reached at the end of this investigation that he disclosed with the committee in the deposition?
Well, his report speaks for itself in terms of January the 6th and the indictments that were handed down. And the other report should be public. I mean, that's just absolutely aberrational that it's not public. Just like his testimony should be public. Every other special counsel has been able to come here and testify. Robert Mueller's been able to testify. Robert Hur's been able to testify. All the special counsels and independent counsels have come in. And his second report on the retention of classified documents and what crimes may have been committed should also be released.
How would you
Exactly. They made a good decision. You know that feeling when your morning coffee is supposed to kickstart your day, but instead your stomach's grumbling, you're in. It's coffee. Also receive a starter kit with over $100 in free gifts by going to Everyday. Actually more. Here's other things that have been. He says, the decision to bring charges against President Trump was mine, but the basis for those charges rests entirely with President Trump and his actions, as alleged in the indictments returned by grand juries in 2 different districts. He maintained that his team found evidence to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that he engaged in that criminal scheme. He said, I made my decision in the investigation without regard to President Trump's political association, activities, beliefs, or candidacy in the 2024 presidential election. We took actions, meaning his team, took actions based on what the facts and the law required, the very lesson I learned early in my career as a prosecutor. He said he would have made the same decision if Trump had been a Democrat or Republican, a nod to the GOP members of the committee who believed Smith was pursuing a partisan agenda. And the rest. We're still waiting for Aileen Cannon or the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals to release Part 2, Volume 2 of the Jack Smith report about Mar-a-Lago. We've already had Part 1. If you read Part 1 and you read it back to back with the Jan 6 committee's report, I don't even know why. I mean, I'm happy that they're asking Jack Smith to testify. Donald Trump wants Jack Smith prosecuted. They want him investigated. For what? For doing his job in a nonpartisan way? If a Democrat did half the things that Donald Trump did, he or she would be prosecuted, investigated, and we'd want it to be that way. So what's going to happen now is that there's going to be 2 competing media campaigns. Jim Jordan and the Comer on the House MAGA committees are going to try to spoon feed information. They'll try to release the transcript. They'll bury it. Hoping nobody will read it. They won't release the video of it. They wouldn't allow it to be televised because they got everything to hide, as Jamie Raskin pointed out. That's one media campaign. And then you got Jack Smith, who's in the very capable hands of lawyers like Abby Lowell and a whole team around him. And they're going to get the word out. You're going to see, I think, more public statements, more speeches, more interviews. Maybe we'll get him on Legal AF. Attention, Jack Smith. I'll put up a bat signal. Come to Legal AF for an interview. Our audience and the Midas Touch audience will be really, really receptive and pleased. I think he's going to do a lot more than that. We're going to see these competing media. But the American people have made up their mind. They know that Donald Trump was a convicted felon. They know that he is doing underhanded criminal things even as we speak and trying to hide it from the American people. So if they thought this was going to be some sort of framework that Donald Trump could start using, along with these interviews that his administration is giving, like to Vanity Fair of all things, and Susie Wiles, and he's going on interview after interview, and he's doing a big speech tonight about his economic accomplishments and maybe that we're going to war with Venezuela. If he thought they were going to add into that Jack Smith's a bad guy and did bad things, and it was all a witch hunt, it backfired. Because Jack Smith's not a bad guy, because he's a competent and talented civil servant that's doing his job without fear of retribution, without fear or favor, following the facts wherever they led, proudly representing the Department of Justice. Remember when the Department of Justice was proud? When it had values and a reputation, until it was corrupted by Donald Trump and Pam Bondi? I mean, look at the sharp contrast. Jack Smith, choir boy, Boy Scout, committed to the rule of law, committed to his professional duties as an officer of the court, versus what the Department of Justice has become under its chief legal officer, Donald Trump. Corrupted, partisan, political, can't trust a word that comes out of its mouth. And we're going to continue to follow it all right here. You're on Midas Touch. Hit that subscribe button. This is the way we stay together and grow these channels together. And help me cross that 1 million free subscriber barrier over on Legal AF YouTube. I think we're going to do it before Christmas, but only with your help. So until my next report, I'm Michael Popak.
All right, y'all. So y'all know I can't help myself. I have to tap into and find out and listen to what is going on within, the political sector. And honestly, one of the things that I think is most interesting to me when I do watch a lot of these things that's happened politically is it almost mirrors a lot of the things that happen on some social media platforms, especially this one. Right. And so I see some of it, and I can see some of the correlations being drawn between what's happening, what's rolling out. OK, this is, we won't get into it too much. We'll get into that more tomorrow. This is just a chit chat with Golden. But, overall, what a lot I see is happening, within our political sector right now is the people are standing up, speaking up, and fighting back against individuals or leadership that is just in the wrong, period. I mean, there's no more you can say about it. That's it. We can keep it pretty simple. Causing conflict, causing divide, causing, a lot of this friction or whatnot that is happening. There is typically someone who is at the top trickling all of that down. And I do think a lot of the things that is trickling down from our leadership within this country is affecting social media spaces such as YouTube. And that's just my personal opinion. And, nobody has to agree with me or side with me, but you don't have to hurt me or harm me because you don't, or shut me down or silence me. But we're kind of living in, a time where that's what's being done, so moving on from that, we'll talk more about that tomorrow, guys. Oh, maybe not tomorrow, because like I said, my son's birthday is tomorrow. He'll be turning 3 years old. So really great milestone for him. So yeah, I had to get the cake and the decorations and all this stuff. We're just gonna have a party for him at the house because he's little, so he's not gonna be able to do too much anyway. So we don't want to do all these big venues, and these prices are expensive as far as like some of these play zones and stuff like that that you can take kids to. But some of them, most of them are not necessarily geared towards toddlers. You got to be a little bit older to really have fun and participate and have a good time. Toddlers are probably not going to too much participate. They just want to eat a little bit of cake, run around until they get sleepy and their bellies is full. Pizza or something like that, and then they go to sleep. They open their gifts, they play with their toys, and that's it. You know what I mean? So we're gonna keep it like that. But if anyone did want to donate, you can. I have put up the Cash Apps and the PayPals and stuff up here. I really don't like doing stuff like that. But if y'all want to do something, it don't matter what. It could be $1 or whatever. For my son's birthday, y'all can. It's fine. You don't have to. But outside of that, y'all, we will be talking about some more political stuff. Probably in the next 2 days. I will be back with a live for some updates with y'all. Tomorrow's probably gonna be a pretty busy, hectic day, so I can't be sure that I'll be able to do a live tomorrow. But I did just want to come on and have a little small chit chat. But now it's approaching about dinner time, so I'm gonna go ahead and, per usual, end this live with a little bop. We'll play a little music, and then after that, yeah, I'll be back in probably the next 2 days or so with a live. I might have time to do one tomorrow. Highly doubt it. So if not tomorrow, it'll be the next day, and we'll get back into our political coverage. But I just wanted to come on here this evening and just, chit chat a little bit, have a little bit of conversation with you guys or whatever, the things that's going on. Final thoughts. Let me see. Here's my final thoughts. There is really no one in this world that I hate. I don't hate people, and hate is not a good thing to have in your heart, right? I like a lot of people. I try to support a lot of people. I try to respect a lot of people. It doesn't matter whether I've met them virtually here on this platform or I know them in my real life. But what I will not tolerate, honestly, is disrespect. If I don't disrespect you, don't disrespect me. That's it. Point blank period. It's very solid common law that I think most people abide by. And when it comes to other like content creators and individuals, I try to support everybody. I used to try to support everybody. I really did. And now what it comes to is just I just stay out the mix and I stay out the way because everybody's fighting against everybody. And I just don't want no parts in any of that. So, I don't want people to think that I hate them or I don't support them because I don't come around. I don't come up on their panel. I don't come on their channel and stuff like that. I'm just staying up out the way because I don't like how it's going down amongst us all, as a collective, as a group. And the ones that, they're operating with love and light, then I'm gravitated towards that, right? And ones that seem to be like fighting and going back and forth with each other still after things have already blown over, I feel, I just don't want nothing to do with that. However, I cannot tell anybody how soon to get over something if they have been affected or if they've been attacked or anything like that. So I just keep my mouth out of it, But I do and hope that we can see a day where it's like we can move forward and pass all of this, back and forth with all of us. A lot of the people that not a lot, because I didn't get into it with a lot of people, but the individuals that I got into, some type of fallout or whatnot with, I'm past all of that now. I'm not focusing on it. I don't talk about these people. I don't drag these people anymore. I don't say anything. I only pop out and say things about individuals when I hear my name come up and they're talking about me and my family. I don't like that type of stuff. It is not how I move. It's not how I operate. And I guarantee that I do not like when people are out here, especially dragging, but also while dragging, telling lies. I will not tolerate that and I will not accept it. And so sometimes I got to pop out, I got to correct them, I got to check them, and I got to ask them, since a lot of these individuals that do these type of things are flip-floppers, would you like me, to get messy the way y'all get messy? Because I really don't want to, but I could if I wanted to. Because these are individuals that 1 minute they cool with you, they talking to you, they saying all of these great things to you. You can speak to them via however, email, DM, whatever. And then the next time you see them, now they talking all of this trash about you and they on the other person's side, right? Because they, I guess, want to fit in or be part of the group. And I just have never been the type of person that need to be part of a group. So I don't really move and operate like that. anymore. Okay. Yes, there was a point in time where I fell into a lot of this stuff because I didn't know that these people operated like this. And so it might have seemed like I was picking a side or taking a side or, going at someone, being mean and evil and nasty towards them. And I've made my apologies and I've made my peace with these people. And so now it's like, as far as I'm concerned, we don't have any issues. But when I see people randomly popping up, and it's usually side chat pyros and pot stirs, right? It's not even the content creators themselves. It's the people that be on their channel. They be in the chat and stuff like that, trying to keep the drama going, trying to keep the pot stirred up, and talking about me specifically, but other people as well, and don't even know me. You never got to know me. You ain't probably never been to my channel. You never had a conversation with me. And if you are a person who knows me and had a conversation with me, and then you want to drag lies to make yourself look better, I will check all of that and bring the receipts to make sure people know that you're a liar. That's all that I do, right? There's checks and balances in this world, and a lot of people are scared of those said checks and balances. So this is why I ask people, would you like me to do these type of things? Because I don't. It's not what I do. But when I hear you talking about me and running my name through the mud, I'm so sorry. Like, I really don't appreciate that type of disrespect at all. And I know that I have the receipts to prove that you're a flip-flopper. Okay? You done flipped and flopped to the other side. And now because you want to be part of the group, you want to throw anybody you can under the bus, laugh, clown, and talk trash. Okay? Been there before. I understand. Like, I get it. Maybe you got sucked up. But these are individuals that I see constantly do this. So remember, we had this conversation earlier. If people do these type of things on a consistent basis, this is your character. It's not just you maybe having a weak moment or, you're falling into something you didn't know what you fell into. You clearly know what is going on now. You clearly know what you're doing. And when I see that, I know that you clearly know those things, and I keep hearing my name and my family being brought into the conversation, and we're sitting over here doing our own thing and not talking or messing with any of you all, then yes, I will have to pop out and I will have to see something. That's just how I am. That's how I move. Does that make me a mean, evil, villain, bad person? No, because I don't go out of my way to hurt and harm people. I don't go out of my way to talk about you people at all. And so all I ask is, please keep my name and my family out of your mouth. We have done nothing to you. Please stop talking about us. If you do, yes, I may pop out. And if you want to try to paint me to be this evil, racist, colorist, all of the things that you can possibly say about me, or when I get the best of you, you try and destroy me by striking my channels and taking my channels down. Look, let's stop with the high school games, okay? That is my message to the YouTube world. Outside of that, we'll be talking about more important things, which is politics, what is going on in our government, right? That's not just affecting me, who lives here in the United States, and others who may live here as well, but globally, other people in other countries as well. Those are the important conversations that I want to have and do content about and talk about. So outside of that, I ain't got no issue with nobody. And I support people, I really do. From afar, maybe from a bush, because I don't want no parts of none of this mess no more that's going on continuously. I think it's about time that we switch gears here and we start acting differently and being better towards one another. Our world needs it. It depends on it, okay? There's too much division happening already in serious issues. We damn sure don't need a division on a social media platform, okay? We can do better than that, y'all. Let's be better people. Let's connect as a people. And when I say people, I'm talking about human people. No matter what your race is. I don't care about any of that. We all can connect. We all can be different, but uniquely different. But we all at the core are the same because we're human. And our human values, our human necessities are always going to be the same. And we can at least, at minimum, connect on that. So y'all, that's all I got for this live. That's all I got to say. I hope y'all, have a good rest of the evening, morning, afternoon, whatever respectful time zone you're in, and it is for you. I hope it's a good rest of it. I hope you have some great food. I hope you're in good health. Over here, Golden and Mama Warrior, we love people. We do. And we like to love on people. And I really hated that people have this wrong conception of who I am. Or it bothers me. It does. Because it's just like, you never even try to get to know me. You never come to one of my lives. But you say that I'm this terrible person because you caught me in a moment where I had to check somebody real quick. That's all it is. That's regular life. But I'm not mean, and I'm not nasty, and I'm not scary, and I'm not conniving. I'm not any of those things. Okay? So for whatever reason that people don't want to come around, or whatever reason the channels become suppressed, I can't be sure. But there's a lot going down. I see it. Other people see it. We know what's happening. And it is what it is. But I still want to bring hope. I'm still going to bring light. I'm still going to bring love. I'm still going to preach connectivity, unity, all of those things. And it's very funny that, I do make the AI music. Y'all know that. I got the Christmas album that's out right now. I have, yes, a diss track album or whatever, playlist, whatever you want to call it. But I also have activist music as well. And the activist music that I make is to uplift, is to speak on impertinent issues that are happening in the world, serious things, not just here on YouTube and social media, but serious things that are happening in the world. My activist music is for us to have strength and unity and fight back and stand up and speak out. And I do make songs like that. But those songs don't get talked about. They only want to talk about the diss tracks, right? Because there's a gravitation towards negativity. And even within the diss tracks, there's always still a little piece of positivity in there. I'm always going to leave a gem. But, how it is, I'm just not the type that's just going to lay down and take it. So, sometimes I get with you if I need to get with you. But outside of that, I don't go out of my way to do so. And I don't wake up in the morning with that on my mind at all. Until I hear people talking and dragging me, I have nothing to say about any of these people. And I don't wish any harm or ill will on anyone. And I don't go out of my way to put any on anyone. It's not how I operate. So I just wanted to come and reiterate that, Christmas is just around the corner, y'all. So hopefully we can get into the spirit. I've been spending most of my time singing Christmas carols and hanging out with my man. Anyway, y'all, that's all I got for this live. I'm going to end it with a bop, and I'll talk to y'all on the next one. Thanks for joining. Bye.
Yeah. You thought you was safe? Yeah. You thought you was safe or good. Everybody looking for a home, looking for a click, looking for a place where the realness sticks. We out here building, trying to be free, but you just here to use them plain to see. I see you a user, a culture vulture, a leech, acting like you love the speech just so you can preach. You see the glow, you wanna get near it. You hear the soul, you try to engineer it. Wanna be in the circle, get the benefits, but you ain't put the work in. You just counterfeit. You a political operative, smiling in their face, just a snake in the grass, trying to take their place.
We out here searching for a tribe, trying to be free, trying to live our best life, but the snakes stay close, wearing a disguise. Now you got mad, showed your true self, no surprise. You been pop, dumb bitches, read your rights. You been pop, dumb bitches, read your rights.
Yeah. It's the activist in me that's gotta speak the truth. I'm allergic to the fake, been like this is my youth. See them in the comments, singing all the praise. Go sis, go, while they plotting in the haze. Plotting on a downfall, plotting on a spot, thinking they can use a light to get what they ain't got. But you can't use a mirror, you can't use a queen. Your whole entire persona is a fucked up scene. You a resource sucker, energy drain. They bring the clouds, we just trying to bring the rain. But we see you, Yeah, we see you. Your little mask is cracked, and now you cornered, about to see how you
searching
act.
for a tribe, tryna be free, tryna live our best life. But the snakes stay close, wearing a disguise. Now you got mad, showed your true self, no surprise. You've been popped down, bitch, read your rights. You've been popped down, bitch, read your rights. These people don't care about your life or your struggle. They just wanna break you down and make your hustle tumble. Now we see the true colors at the core of these people. Their whole foundation is evil. We at war and we question these people. Golden has love for her people, and I've been trying to warn people. This is the ugly truth of the world.
Watching all the snakes uncurl. Here's the revelation, the part you should've known. A person's real character is when their anger shown. You got pressed, you got mad. And all that fake ass love you had turned to poison. Jealousy and spite, they hate cause you that bitch and shining too bright. You ain't no friend, you just a hater in disguise. Walk past, head high, don't look them in the eyes. So here's the diss, you lost, you're done. Your fake support is over, your little game is run. You pop yourself, bitch, we ain't have to do a thing. Just sat back and watch you pull your own damn string. You been popped, you can't infiltrate this. Your mask is on the floor, go pick up your shit. We out, we out. You kid, yeah, yeah. They try to lock us down. Look, everybody searching for the vibe, searching for the truth. Where the real support hits. Been like this since my youth. We out here building on trust, trying to be free. No single voice preaching dominance, cause over me I see you. No gatekeeper at the door, no ticket to buy. No, we just linking up with folks whose spirits flying high. You see the growth, you wanna be near it. You hear the autonomy, gotta revere it. No pressure to conform, no uniform to wear. Just genuine connection, showing that we truly care. That's the definition, the purpose of this place. And open service where you set your own pace. We're searching for a tribe, trying to be free, trying to live our best life. Where the cool leaders accountable. No, no disguise. This ain't no sect, this ain't no power prize. We got the right to leave, dumb bitches, read your rights. This ain't no sect, this ain't no power prize. We got the right to leave, dumb bitches, read your rights. Open communication that keeps the vision pure. We talking in transparency, that's the only cure. See them trying to shut down questions, that's the Gothic praise. But we uplifted dissent every single way. No one's sitting on the throne, no one's holding the spot. Cause we here for mutual aid to give what we ain't got. You can't use a queen, you can't use a mirror. Individual growth is getting clearer and clearer. We don't try to shrink your soul, we don't try to drain. We bring the sunshine, we don't bring the chain. And we see you, we see you. Your little doctrine's flat. This is the safe space. We standing where we at. Searching for us, trying to be free, trying to live our best life. But our leaders accountable. No, no disguise. This ain't no sect, this ain't no power prize. We got the right to leave, dumb bitches, read your rights. Read your rights. Read your rights. This ain't no sect, this ain't no power prize. You use the right to leave, dumb bitches, read your rights. These people care about your struggle in your life. They wanna lift you up and in the inner strife. Now we see the true colors at the tribe's core. This foundation is equal, we ain't blind. We gotta question all these people. Golden as love for people. And I've been trying to teach people. This is the positive truth for the world. Watching all the banners unfurl. Here's the revelation, the part you should've known. The measure of a tribe is when the tough times are shown. They stick around, they show support. Yeah. And all that genuine love will be brought, turned to resilience and belonging in light. We shine cause we got the principles built right. We ain't no coat, we the real deal, no disguise. Walk past head high, connecting with the eyes. So here's the win, we grow, we thrive. Our authentic supporters keeping us alive. We built the circle, yeah, we didn't have to do a thing. But use our own damn voice to make the true power ring. We made it. We made it. We made it. We build a real tribe here. Author Shiesty. You can't break this, our principles off the floor. Yeah, we out. Yeah, we out. Yeah, we out. Yeah, we out. Yeah. You tuned into the right place. Welcome to the rain. Golden Queen. H 2.0. Let's get it. You're looking for a diamond, found a treasure in the rough. Tired of all the noise, cause you finally had enough. I'm here to build a movement on a mission for the nation. Dropping gems of knowledge, killing all the hesitation. We fighting for the truth, yeah, we fighting for what's right. Building unity and shining up a brand new light. It's a variety channel, but the vision's crystal clear. Pushing us all forward, conquering the doubt and fear.
Yo, welcome to the Queendom. H 2.0 on your screen, with the content's real and smart and funny in between. This is more than just a stream, it's a platform for the change. Time to elevate the game and rearrange. So if you're ready for a vibe that you can feel and trust, joining in the movement is a definite must.
This ain't just another channel talking smack behind the screen. It's a spotlight for the creators, building up of the scene. Spreading radical love, that's the message in the code. Helping everybody carry up a heavy load. From social justice issues to the laughter that we need. Planting seeds of progress, watch them grow from just a seed. This is authentic, this is raw, this is everything you saw. Welcome to the battle that is truly being fought.
Oh, so come with your respect and see the real effect. Cause I protect my own right here on the throne. Don't make me unleash the dragon. You've been warned.
Yeah. Don't make me unleash the dragon, you've been warned. Yeah. Don't make me unleash the dragon, you've been warned. Yeah. Yeah. Golden Queen H 2.0. The movement starts now. Go ahead. Hit subscribe, ring that notification bell. You don't wanna miss a thing. Welcome to the family.